morning. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga. And are we ready for some chakra yoga flow this morning? I know that I am definitely feeling the need to get incorporated in my body, breath, mind, in a more unified way, feeling all of my elements. I want to feel connected with the outside world when the outside world feels a little chilly to want to connect with. But to really feel myself as an elemental being as opposed to a thinking being. So welcome. If you're new, please come on in. This is an integrative experience where I will involve some yoga poses and principles, some qigong poses and principles, and meditations and breath practices to help us connect with ourselves in our elemental being or chakras. So if you're new to chakras, give me a moment and I'll share with you all. Chakras are considered to be energetic centers that align belief. So that is hi Caitlin, can you hear me now? Oh goodness, I'm sorry you guys. Here, I am so sorry. I didn't realize that when I mixed that you guys couldn't see that. So let's try this again. The chakra system. So really sorry about that. I hope that you guys can see this now. I'm really terribly sorry about that. I didn't realize it when I blacked out the rest that you couldn't see me. Thank you for letting me know that. Talking about elemental energy and getting us connected to it, just was a brief little primer here about our chakras. The root chakra is down toward our tailbone, down here, anything on the lower body more or less, but pretty much anything carnal is our safe house, our ability to feel rooted and stable and confident. Color is red, element is earth. The second is down along our hips, the sacrum, or the second chakra. Color is orange and the element is water. Our ability to go with the flow, our connection to our emotions and our sensuality, even sexual pleasure. And then our third chakra, our space of power. Color is yellow. Fire, things that get you heated up. How you activate yourself to set in motion your purpose in life, various activities, and how you allow motion to move inside of you. The fourth, our heart chakra, right up in the center of the chest. Color is green. Element is air. This is our connection to feeling open, feeling freely giving and receiving unconditional love, forgiveness, and compassion. So how we receive it and how we send it. And then this is a wonderful portal. It's the midway point. We got 3 beneath and 3 above. So this is the junction from everything that's earthly and corporeal to everything that's more ethereal and essential. So how does everything above flow into the down? This gateway's got to be open. And how does everything that gives us root and purpose and stability come up? With this gateway's got to be open. Fifth chakra. This is our space of communication, as well as our ability to listen, our truth and our lies. Our third eye or sixth chakra, right in between the eyebrows, in that center space. Inner vision. Element is light spectrum or light. Inner vision, wisdom, ancestral knowledge. And then the very top of our head. Like how often do we even stimulate and touch that area, the gateway to faith and trust, believing in what is unknown and unknowable. Alrighty, again, my deep apologies that that didn't work out, so sorry, but I'm done apologizing for that. Gonna let that flow through. Alrighty, good morning. So I'm glad to see everyone who's here. Hi, Hunley and Caitlin and Roxanne. Anyone else who wants to I am just the technology non-whiz today. So I am going to now not touch the computer. Let's go ahead and get started this morning. Please just have a space that you feel like you can have some room to move. Maybe have some pillows or some blankets. Let us start in a sitting position. Invite yourself to arrive. Take that in and what that means for you. Arrive in the room that you're in, on your mat, in your space that feels safe, a space that can cultivate your spirit to grow, to be free, to explore. And invite yourselves into your own physical frame right now. Color is red. Element is earth. Feel everything that came from the earth inside of yourself right now. From dust we were, from dust we shall return. Follow along as best you like. Please don't overexert. Everything is a suggestion, so feel free to switch anything up that doesn't feel like it resonates with you. Please don't do anything that is painful. We're here to create nurturing and healing, not damage. And let's start to shake the knees up and down, stimulating our soil. Feel the bones inside of your body and your connection with your body. Color is red. Good. Point and flex the toes and the ankles. Imagine that you're sitting on a beach and your ankles and your toes are feeling granules of sand. Good. And release. Let's breathe in, lifting the chest up. Exhale. Split the chest open. Breathing in. Exhale. Split the chest open in the other direction. Starting the flow. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. And exhale. Feel sifting and shifting in your soil. Breath. And release. Feel everything that's solid and fluid. Inhale. And exhale. Back to center. Take it forward. Inhale. Exhale. Roll the spine up. Let your hands trace and touch and caress your body as it comes up. Good. Let's go ahead and keep the legs out in front, but I wanted to show ring finger, middle finger, touching thumb. The Apan Mudra. Maybe close the eyes. Feel the fingers in connection with one another. Notice what you need to let go of in your soil and what nutrients you want to draw in. Plant the seeds within me, I grow the seeds within me, and I invite a rich harvest with my higher power's help. And I gratefully accept. I plant the seeds within me. I nurture them and I harvest them with my higher power's help. And I accept that bounty. Return to this Apan Mudra throughout practice whenever you need. Good. Let's inhale, lengthen the arms. Bring both hands back behind you, touching the shoulders. Feel the top of your head lifting. Inhale, squeeze the thighs. Exhale, twist. Feel your spine continuing to want to reach upward and back to center. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Feel everything that feels solid, stiff, rigid in you. Trust it. It's giving you structure. It's giving you shape. Come back to center. Be willing to feel and explore. Exhale, folding into ourselves. Don't force the body where it doesn't want to go. Find its natural stop point. Releasing those arms. Rolling the spine up. Good. We'll bring the legs in. Find whatever's a comfortable cross-legged space for you. Maybe sitting on a pillow or a block. Maybe holding your mudra. Good. And then we're going to start to let the upper body start to spiral. Feel the connection from the hips and the buttocks on the floor, moving from that hip area into this wonderful little coiling mortar and pestle within ourselves. Fluid and watery. Color is orange. Feel the pace of your water. Let it flow throughout you. Notice every sensation in your groin and your pelvis. What is your connection to this sensory and sensual region? Start to slow it down and come around in the opposite direction. Notice your breath. Try not to control. Let yourselves be entirely feeling and sensual. How you feel is valid. There is no should here. We're going to come to a pause forward, maybe walking those arms forward, feeling the density of our flesh, our earth, feeling the watery bits flowing inside. Roll the spine up. Let's breathe in and lift. Exhale, take it over. Feel everything that's heavy within and just pour water over the side of it. Feel the muscles that are resistant. Feel the muscles that are getting saturated with feeling. Inhale. Exhale it over. Now if you can, keep your eyes open. Go ahead, keeping your awareness of the visual field, your awareness in that sixth chakra as you go. Coming up. Good. Breath in. Let's lift. Exhale, drawing the hands through center. Breath in. Hear sound, see sight, taste, smell, and touch. Try to just awaken and be aware of all of your senses. What is the information all of your senses are bringing into you right now? Not here to force the body to do. Let the body find its way, telling you when something is enough, and accepting that, and just feeling. Can you feel your clothing draping on your skin? Different temperatures up against your skin. Different aromas. Sounds close to you, sounds far away, sounds within you. Good. Let's change the cross of our legs. Bringing ourselves upright, holding the arms out. Feel your solar plexus. Color is yellow. Maybe close the eyes here, just so that you don't get dizzy. And we'll start to twist side to side. Feeling that center engine. Pay attention right now as to whether you started to impose a pace on your body. Where does your body want this energy to settle? Is it slower? Is it starting to speed up? How does the back of the solar plexus respond? The spot in the mid-back, can you feel the muscles along the spinal column as they're revolving and ringing side to side? Can you feel the centrifugal nature, the regenerative nature of power that starts to actually build? Let the breath flow. Notice your thoughts as your heat is building. Are you okay if as your heat builds, the body wants to slow? This is the nature of your power right now. This is the nature of how your mind and your body work together. Sit with this honesty as you're noticing how much the mind is trying to command the body, how much the body is either giving up on itself or running off, not mindfully. Good. Does it feel wild and untamed? Are we okay with that? Come back to feeling your hips in that sensory space. What is the relationship we have with exploring the range of emotion and sensation? Good. Let's gradually come to a stop. Breathe in and lift. Exhale it over. Use that exhale. Stay here as long as you need or wish. Start to tap into your expression. Eventually coming to the other side. Try not to make this be a Simon Says experience. What are the hips saying? Your waist, your abdomen, your organs. Breath in. Exhale, let's split. Feel the chest and the heart space opening, air flowing in the center of the rib cage. Inhale. Exhale, splitting it open. Air flowing through the fingers, through your eyes. Inhale. Exhale. Hands to center. We'll walk it forward. Feel flesh pressing against flesh, coming back into the home base of our earth. Maybe visualize smelling soil, grass. Can you invite the smell and aroma of different woods? Maybe you have an incense of a wood or an element. Frankincense, a wonderful resin, an earthy resin. Myrrh, even more of an earthy resin. Cedar and a wood coming into that earthy bit. Rolling your spine up. Good. We'll bring the hands behind us. Feel the front of the chest opening. Color is green. Shoulders down, chin up and down. Breathe freely in this chest area. Let it expand. Trust the nature of that rib cage to expand. Yes, it is meant to protect the organs. Yes, it is meant to prevent anything from coming in to create harm. But it also allows for us to expand from within. Let the lungs expand. Let your own heart and desires expand. Forgiveness expanding. Can you make more space in yourself? Good. Keep this open and twist. Breath in. Breath out. Feel the body parts that have to move to accommodate that expansion. Center and twist. Shoulders down. Chest leading the way. Lead with the heart. Unapologetic and unafraid. Back to center. So exposed. Lift the throat. Lift the arms back behind us. And forward. Maybe you're holding a strap instead. Bringing ourselves up. Feel your legs giving you weight, connection to earth. Exhale it forward. Feel your hips giving you that watery fluid movement. Rolling it up. Feel your solar plexus, your will to keep going, your will to keep applying. Exhaling it forward. Now do no harm to your heart. Let the chest open and respect when it wants to stop. Loosen your grip. Try not to be forcing or forceful. Bringing ourselves back to center. Good. Let's release those arms. Wrist rotations. Feel the sensations in your palms, your fingers. Flare the fingers. Our arms, our hands, our shoulders are an extension of our expressive space in the throat chakra, and our heart of our loving space in the heart chakra, the bridge. We express so much in these arms and hands. Change direction. Our hands let us write in a literary communication. Our hands let us touch and communicate in ways that only touch can convey a sensation or an emotion. Good. Let's drop the elbows and breathe in and press the arms out. Good. What are the shoulders expressing? Feel the back of your heart in between the shoulder blades now. What are you trying to convey to yourself? What has been your heart's longing over the last week of what you really need? You know, that statement that you've made to yourself, if I only had time, or when this is over, I want to feel X kind of way. Start to bring that, invite that right now in how you're moving. Feel your breath, let the breath go with it. Let your breath convince your body that it is possible to feel the way your mind's eye wants to feel. Good. Let's rotate the palms up and invite and bring it down within us. And extend. Invite. Let the fingers convey that. Soften those fingers. How velvety, how soft and kind can we be in all of the fibers of our flesh. Good. Let's bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Convey with that touch what you need to convey to yourself. Feel yourself in this body receiving the touch. 3 ohms, feeling the vibrational experience from the throat, from the belly, feeling source, right? Infinite spirit vibrating from within us. Deep breath. Notice how it feels. Are we feeling self-conscious to be that resonant with ourselves? And we give ourselves another chance to explore, practicing. Breath in. Authenticity requires our practice and our attention. Breath in. Come back to the Apan Mudra. If you are just joining us, ring finger, middle finger joined with the thumb in both hands. Feel your natural breath. Relax your throat and your abdomen. Let your body be a breath being. Let your breath be a body being. I plant the seeds within me. I nurture and grow the seeds within me. And I harvest the bounty of those seeds that I planted with my higher power's help. And I accept that bounty. Let's make our way to hands and knees. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hip bones. Feel the structure coming back to our earth, our root. Look down into the soil. What kind of soil are you in? What kind of soil do you wish to be in? Let the mind's eye start to connect in with the physical body. Can you start to imagine that you're on a beach? Can you imagine that you're in soft spring soil? What is the kind of surface that you're on? Do you want to be on marble, something shiny? What is the state of your earth within you? What is the state of the visual that you need about your foundation? And then let's just start to shift back and forth, letting water slosh around inside of you. Try not to control. Starting to allow, letting go and surrender to the currents of movement within us. Feel the parts that aren't trusting. Feel the parts that are fatiguing at bearing that weight. Feel the parts that are so happy to not have to be clenching. Can you sag in your shoulders? Let that water slosh around. Can you let that water slosh in your neck? And we'll come to center and shift left and right. How sloshy, how wiggly can we let it be? Let the nature of water ease inside of you. Feel that watery movement in between joints, around joints, in your organs. Remember that your skin is an organ. It also delivers for us that wonderful sense of touch with our nervous system. Such an intricate kind of network. Nice. Let's tuck the toes, lift the hips up, down dog, letting the neck and the head fall down. First time our head is beneath our hearts. Your knees can be soft. Trust the structure and respect your structure. Let's not leave our earth behind. So if the legs are too tired for this, come down to the knees. Maybe have the knees bent. Inviting ourselves to just live as a conscious being that is insightful and trusting and full of faith. Bring that faith into your body. Feel your shoulders starting to let you know how much faith they have. Feel your arms and your fingers tell you what is the relationship we're having with lighter energy, effortless energy. Breathe in, tilt the tailbone up. Exhale, we'll bring the knees down. Step the right foot up. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to twist to the right. Good. Bring it back. Twist to the left. Good. Bring it back. Lifting up. Feel light energy. Can you let light lift you? Can you let sound waves lift you? And hands down. Step it back. Down dog when you're ready. When you are ready, take that in. What is when I am ready? Can you ask your hands, your elbows, your shoulders, are you ready? Your rib cage, your organs. Ask your eyeballs, have your eyes open and see the world from this perspective. How far up to the ceiling can you see? What is possible? What about your feet and your skin and your wrinkles and your veins? Can you let yourself see, not judging, just seeing? And feel your feet being seen. Knees down, come into the earth. How are you landing on your earth? Trusting that you have that support. Step your left foot up. Breathing in as we lift. Twisting to the left. Can you feel the coil from the base of your spine, wringing out all 7 spaces of energy, bringing it back up? Can you feel how they're all connected and supporting each other? Exhale, twisting, find a pace that's yours. How is that base knee giving us support? Are you overexerting above? Putting too much demand on your lower, bringing ourselves back up, asking your heart, how high does it want to lift? Let your gaze come up. See yourself, feel yourself looking up and accepting the truth of what is. Not criticizing what we're seeing. See beyond your ceiling. See the sky with your mind's eyes. See the clouds. See the stars. See your place in the universe. Can you lift and be lifted? And hands down. Step that leg back. One more down dog. Are you ready? Are you in your soil appropriately? Is your body as an earthly structure ready? How much water do you need to be flexible, pliable, fluid? Lifting the hips up, how much fire do we need to exert in our engine? How does this air help us lighten the load? Feeling the throat, what's being expressed? What is the truth that our heels and ankles are telling us? What is it that needs to be expressed from our spirit, and will we let it come out? Single Om here. Eyes open. Lightly walk your hands back.
hands back, bend the knees a bit to come back to the back of your mat, letting that upper body sink. Now maybe wiggle the feet out a little wide, maybe as wide as your mat. Here, and I'll turn and face you all. Lightly bend the knees, roll the spine up. First time coming up to standing, believe that that ethereal energy is letting those arms float up. You're not using muscular will or force to lift. Hold just as much energy as you need to keep them up there, all right? The least amount of energy that you need. Feel as limp as you can, but know that you still have structure. Eyes open and breathe. Feel that faith that you don't need to work so hard, that there are other forces at hand that are holding up this body, coming up onto the tippy toes. Feel your tippy toes. Respect this physical body and those itty bitty bones and those itty bitty muscles. Can you rise any further from your waist? What inside of you wants to feel lifted and uplifted and rising? In your mind, in your emotions, in your spirit? Good. And let's lower it down and bend the knees, sink, and come up onto the toes. Relax the shoulders. Start to notice what's tensing. Let your arms and your wrists communicate. Remember that they're a huge expressor of the link between what's going on in your heart and the truth that needs to be expressed out of us. And then let's lower those feet, lower those heels, come into the earth. Let your body feel so substantial, more substantial, and then coming up and believing we can be less substantial. Standing, lifting, no effort, less effort, just trust. Let it wobble, not be perfect. Feel energy flowing through every wobble, every stutter, and lower. Now let's feel this breath. Let the breath flow through. If those arms start to fatigue, let them come down. Less effort. And trust that you're still being held. This is just the shape of you being held and supported right now. Feel the amount of heat, amount of energy that's still lifting you. Feeling your earth, your water, your fire, your air, your truth, your wisdom, all working together. Maybe close your eyes, bringing in your trust. Feel your groin, your hips, your thighs, your whole spinal column, the muscles up and down your back, muscles in your belly. Feel your mouth, your throat, your neck. Good. Let's forward fold. Let the upper body go. Maybe keep the eyes closed if you're comfortable having your eyes closed. Feel the upper body hanging. Practicing. Letting go. As a muscle of its own. Feel the neck and the head letting go. Feel your belly letting go. And then just notice the sensations that you're feeling. This is you feeling your belly letting go. All of the stretching, all of the self-consciousness, all of the weight of the organs inside of us. Maybe we're feeling a little rotund or a little squishy. How well do we know what that feels like? Can we trust it? Can we send the love from the heart chakra into it? Now let's bend the knees just a little And then inhale as we come up, sweeping the arms out, reaching up, straighten those legs, look up. Exhale, hold a ball, bend the knees, relax the fingers. And now let's see if we can go up and down and find non-stop, non-start. So whatever is ending in our movement is creating a beginning of another movement. Continual flow. Feel your spine, feel your skin. Well, let's find a little Om. Here we go. Deep breath. Reverse, arms open wide, sinking it down. Grab a big ball, bringing it up. Releasing it up to the heavens like you're releasing a dove. Maybe hold your Apan Mudra at the same time. Feel the seeds that you're planting. Continue to make a sound. It could be a word. It could be a note that you're singing to yourselves. Or maybe you're back to just hearing the silence and the sound of your breath, feeling the heat. What is our relationship with our fire? Do we trust it? Do we love it? Do we know it? Are we growing it and cultivating it? Harvest your heat. How are you using the heat and the energy that you're growing within? Let's forward fold, deep breath. Good. We're going to keep those legs wide. Bring the hands together. And we'll breathe in and lift the arms up. Keep it loose like an elephant trunk. And then exhale. We're going to let the whole body go. Down like an elephant trunk. All right. Breathe in. Breathe in. How much of your whole upper body can you let go? You have to soften the legs and let the body trust the legs. Have you trust gravity? Trust your higher power. Harnessing power in letting go. Let those hips ungrip. Let the arms ungrip. Carefree and playful. Doesn't have to be so serious. That's right, you can feel goofy and smile about it. Maybe family members are coming and kids are coming going, what are you doing? That's great, tell them to join. What am I doing? I'm feeling and I'm letting go. I'm exercising my lungs. Alright, if you need a couple more, feel free. If you're done, hang out. Palms down, step back to hands and knees. Find a plank. Feel the arms holding you steady. Feel your arms taking the place of our legs. Feeling ourselves accepting support in our root in a different way. Our earth isn't just in our feet. We can be supported by other limbs, other parts of us, and lower down. Good. Feel your belly on the floor right now. This is the most of our body mass that has been surrendered to the earth in our practice so far. Scan your body. How are you letting go? Or are you still tensed somewhere, braced for something else? What does acceptance feel like? Feel your heart and your solar plexus breathing against the floor. Color green in that heart space. Acceptance, forgiveness, kindness, unconditional love. How are you embodying that right now? Can you be led by your breath? Good. Breathe in and push with the arms. Lift the chest a little. Keep the hips down. Elbows bent. Don't straighten the arms. And lower. Offering, lifting, and bending movement in our heart. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Remain rooted. See how the heart needs the support so it can lift and offer more. And lower. Are you listening and are you receiving from your heart as well as giving? Inhale. Now twist the chest. Twist the chest. Back to center. And lower. Turn your head to one side. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. Feel the back of the body facing the heavens. How much faith and trust do we have behind us? Can we trust everything is okay? Practicing, exploring layers of faith and belief. We'll bend the knees back behind us, finding the feet or ankles. Now you might need to use a strap to gather the feet together, or you could hold pant legs if you're not in shorts, as I am. Inner thighs as close together as you can. Let the chest and the shoulders open. Now find the least amount of muscular energy you need to exert. Just let the breath lead the way. Relax the tummy enough to let the breath and the belly become accustomed to being our floor. Rooted in our belly, rooted in our groin, rooted in our fire. At home in it. And at home in an open heart. And let's rock and rock. So find your pace. Bearing ourselves, exposing ourselves, remaining open to being grounded. Don't exert more than the physical body will allow. Let your whole body just sink into the earth, rolling as it will. Don't try to perfect it. If you don't go all the way, it's cool. Maybe you're just rocking a little. Soften your neck. Check in. How much am I softening? What am I feeling and exploring on the surface of the skin on my thighs? What is this experience? What is my breath experiencing, trusting, grounding in? Come to center. And release the legs without snapping. Place your palms along the waist and we'll come back to child's pose. So you can widen your knees if you like here. You could even take a pillow like one of those and put it down lengthwise here to lay on, especially if it feels like it's just not comfortable to come down further. So let's all start to really make this our space. If your forehead can come to a rest either on the floor or your pillow, or you can have a block of some sort if the head doesn't make it all the way. But we're feeling that third eye, the space between the eyebrows, grounding and rooting ourselves in our vision, in seeing, inviting, being able to see what we're not seeing. Maybe you've been in a space lately wondering, what am I not seeing about this situation? What am I not seeing in my conversations? What am I not seeing about my journey so far? Or am I seeing things the way they really are, or am I only seeing them the way I want to see them? So feel this stimulation on this third eye space, this point between the eyebrows. Let yourselves explore the texture of sensation, that pressure. What are you seeing texture-wise, color-wise, shape-wise? And invite to be guided. Plant seeds here, asking to be shown and being willing to see clearly. And then harvest what is given to you as a vision. Don't dismiss it. Don't leave it and say, I'll come back to it. Good. We're going to release now if you had a block for under this space. I'm going to bring my knees as close together as I can. Hands holding either your calves or your ankles. Head as close down to the floor as is comfortable. Now, some of us can't get our head that low. You could place your head on a block and roll this way. Actually, I should probably do it this way if I'm showing. Lifting the head. But if your head can touch the floor without any distress of smush here, go right ahead, and then we'll slowly roll onto the top of the head, pulling the shoulders up. Try not to let your weight dump down into the head. Pull weight up and off of the head and neck. Feel your airway. Let it communicate to you how smoothly it can breathe for you. Our fifth chakra, our truth. And we'll lower the hips down, rolling it up till we're sitting back on these heels. Good. And again, calming down, bringing the head down. Hold the heels or ankles. Lift the shoulders. Stretch the neck. Listen to the back of your neck and throat. Let your insight and your faith, all that is in touch with the earth, talk to you. We're grounding in trust. We're grounding in faith. Listen. Even if I'm still in it, but everything in you is telling you to come out. Come out. Feel the left side of your spinal column, right side of your spinal column. Do they work together? And lower the hips down. Rolling the spine up. Upon mudra. Now, if you can sit back on these heels, great. Some of us need to roll up a cushion and sit back on that, or just sit on your butt. We're going to make a straw
or a taco out of our tongue and do the sitali breath. Now there is a small percentage of the human DNA population that cannot do this. If you cannot do that, just sip like you're going to whistle or like you're sipping through a straw, all right? Chin level. And let's say about 8 or 10 breaths here. Perhaps repeat your Apan Mudra affirmation to yourselves. I plant the seeds in my life. I nourish and cultivate the seeds in my life. I harvest with the help of my higher power, and I accept this bounty of the planting, of the nourishing, of the harvesting. Moment and review, meditate on what you've planted, what you've nourished, and what you've harvested in your earth, in your water, in your fire, in air, in vibration and sound, voicing and listening. Insight, in your faith. Let's make our way to lying down. Maybe have a block and some blankets nearby. All right. I was looking at Roxy saying about Mercury in retrograde. And I'm sorry, I think somebody, Rodriguez, said that they had a cramp. Maybe that was when we were on tippy toes. Please listen to your body, stop and pause. We're going to lower ourselves down, but find your way of sitting first. Hands crossing over the heart. Wakanda style. And roll the spine down. Feel your power controlling the descent of the density of your body weight onto the floor. Feel your breath come with you. Ask your breath to come with you. And let's lengthen, make space. Reach the arms overhead. Feel your side bodies, feel your back body. Let your eyes look up. Relax the eyelids, but still be willing to look up. Look up and out of yourselves. Look away from what you've been looking at like constantly and non-stop of late. Notice something different about some section of your ceiling. Or let your mind's eye go through the roof, through the treetop, into the clouds.
While you're here, start a few pelvic tilts, awakening this sacral space. So it's like pushing the low back gently in toward the floor, tilting the tailbone back a little so that you're curving the low back off the floor, but very subtle, slow, gentle. Notice what's happening on the front of your body, the front of your abdomen. What's going on? What's fluid and willing to move and feel and be alive in a sensory way in your genital areas? Can you feel fluid starting to get stimulated? Anywhere. Maybe your salivary glands are awakening. And we'll relax that movement. Draw the left knee in without using the arms. Straighten the left leg. Feel your will and your power to lift this frame. What is the amount of work going on? Do the shoulders need to be doing this work? Can we feel the work in the lower parts of us, in the belly? Let the airy parts of the upper body release. And then we'll let the left leg fall open. Let it fall and find a point of rest. So if it comes out of that angle, let it come out of the angle. And feel. Feel your surrender in this open shape. This is as open as your body wants to be, as relaxed as your body wants to be in this open shape. Bring that straight leg back up. Pull the knee into the belly and roll to the right side. Can you keep the arms lifted overhead? Feel your entire spinal column stretching and twisting and lengthening. Can the water start to flow up and down the body? Can the breath start to flow up and down the body? What vibration of truth from the neck is flowing up and down the body? What feels yummy and delicious, new and curious right here? And we'll come to center. Lengthen the left leg back down. Drawing the right knee in without the arms. Right leg up. And keep the eyes open, seeing what's possible. Seeing the body from this vantage point. Letting the right leg fall open. And then let it go limp. I've got a wall for support and I'm going to accept it. Let it go limp. Stop working the muscles in that right leg. Scan the whole body. Are there muscles trying to exert a will? How do you earn that muscle's trust to let go? Does it need an om to let the vibrations kind of wiggle and reverberate through the flesh to generate trust? Does your eyesight, your vision of what a calm, trusting body looks like need to come within? What is your visualization of that, and can you draw that within? What does freedom feel like? Bring that leg back to center. Bending the knee, keeping the arms lifted as we roll over to the left side. what parts of the spine are resisting the coiling, are resisting the flow of change, the ebb and the flow. Where is it getting stuck? And how do you send that trust, that love, that understanding, and acceptance? Not trying to make it do what it cannot, what it doesn't trust to do yet, what it doesn't even know is possible. We're not here to make demands on ourselves. We're here to explore. We're here to love. And find new ways of expressing that love. And we'll gradually come to center, pulling that right knee in. Let's invite the left knee in to join it. We'll let the hands come up to the knees and invite the forehead up to the knees. Breath. And lower the spine down. Lengthen the legs. Rest the arms down alongside your waist. We're going to explore a fish. So this may not be for everyone. So we're going to talk about stages. We're going to prop ourselves up on the elbows. Walk the elbows back a bit. And this might be where many of us stay. Tilting the tailbone back and arching the chest up. Maybe letting the head fall. This might be just enough. Others of you may want to walk the elbows forward as you thrust the chest up, gently lowering the top of the head toward the floor with the back arching up away from the earth. But this may be too much for a lot of our backs. Our low back may protest. No matter what, try not to dump any weight on the head. Remember, you could have just stayed propped up on the elbows, feeling the chest lifting. If you've got your head on the floor, lift the head, tuck the chin in, and we'll all lower the chest down to the earth. Walking the feet in, eyes open, gently lift the hips, bridge. Feel the legs giving you support, feel the hips accepting that support. Feel the hips rising above our head, asking to be sensual beings, and let it just roll down on us. And lower the hips down. Lengthen those legs. Another fish or variation of fish if you wish. If your chest is done, if something in you is going, oh no, don't do it. We want to treat our heart with kindness. Unconditional love. Receive the love. That no is a love. That no is forgiveness. Sit and receive. Receiving is a power. Just as much as sending and activating are. And when you're done, lower the back down. Walking those feet in. Good. Now if you've got a block nearby or a rolled up blanket, a little bit of a raised support, we'll lift the hips, bring the block under the hips, just above the tailbone, but not in the small of your back, and let the body rest on the block or the support. Let the arms sink heavy. Let the flesh in your chest release. Let your breath breathe the way it wants to breathe. Let's breathe in. Exhale out the mouth and protrude the tongue. Again. Feel the length of your tongue down your throat. Relax the jaw. Keep the hips releasing. We'll bring the palms together, rub them until the palms are nice and hot. It's going to take me a little bit. It's a little nippy in my room here. And when you've got it nice and hot, we're going to cup those warm palms over the eyes. Feel that darkness descend and another form of light illuminate right here. Coming into that inner vision. What is this inner landscape? How peaceful is it in here? Invite vision here. Let the body go. Allow your fingertips to lightly massage over the eyeballs, around over the top of the orbs, side of the orbs, the underside of the orb. Be gentle. Notice any patterns, shape, light spectrum that comes from that touch. Take your breath with you as you massage this organ of sight. And when you're ready, we'll lift the hips. You can stay here as long as you like. Maybe this is feeling really great to have weight lifted off of our hips, to feel supported and rising, lighter and less dense. If something is craving in you to stay, please stay. If you know that, okay, it's time to restore and come back to the earth, do that. But if you want to stay there, please stay there. Position yourselves for comfort. If you want to get a blanket and drape it over yourself, a pillow for under your head. Let yourselves come into a space for ease, for restoration, for stillness. Wiggle your body any way that you need to kind of nestle in. Maybe you dim your lights in a certain way or light a candle. Once you have settled, allow yourselves to settle. Let it be. Resist any urge to shift, to adjust, to wiggle, to scratch an itch. Feeling the back of the body rooted into the earth. It is just there. Let it just be there. Feeling the flesh on the back of your body soften and accepting the earth, molding itself around bone, around surface. Dense, heavy. Feel all the spaces in the joints of your ankles. Feel the weight of the bones pulling away from one another. And feel what feels light within those bones. Airy. Feel the air between your bones. Feel the air within your bone. The porous nature. Uplifting us from within. Feel that air in the dense hip bones. Feel that air in your spinal column. Backs of the arms heavy against the floor. And yet lifted. Floating. Substantial and insubstantial. Feel that nature in your jaw. The weight of the bones, your teeth, the density, the heaviness of all that needs to be said, all that we have heard. And feel the air between it all. Feel the light nature in your throat. Invite the spaciousness. Invite the porous nature of truth and sound. Feel your eyelids and your eyeballs, the weight of that flesh, the density of the water element. Let that water ground the eyes, but let the nature of light spectrum in. See the space between your thoughts. Let that air element between each light wave let truth take form in color, light, ether. Breathe up and down your whole body, alive radiant vibration. Whole body, earth, fluid, fire, activated, air, loving, vibrational, expressive, colorful, shining, wise. Pure essence. Try not to be in a hurry as you invite simple movement in your extremities. Eventually allowing yourselves to come to an upright seated space. Sit any way that you wish in the legs. Coming back to our Apan Mudra. Meditate on the seeds that you've planted, the seeds that you tended, the seeds that you harvested. On the higher power that helped you. And on the gratitude and acceptance of all of those spaces. To the heart center if you wish to join. All that is light and love in me is deeply respectful for all of the light and love that you share in the world. When you're sharing that light and love in you, and I'm sharing that light and love in me, we are one. Namaste. Thank you all so very much for joining. Again, I apologize for some of the technical difficulties earlier in the day, and I'll try to get a better hang of being able to show some of those schematic things, while we're doing the yogas all at the same time. Thank you. Feel free. I'll chit chat for a little bit if anybody wants to hang out or has any questions or anything that they'd like to share. Please feel free to share this practice with anyone that you feel could benefit from it, or our website. We've been donation-based for 11 years now, and really look forward to being able to continue to share practice in as open-sourced a manner as possible. So whatever's freely given, freely will return. And so if you have a donation you wish to give, great. We gratefully accept it. If you've got nothing you want to give, that's all right too. Take the gift of the practice and share it in your actions, your words, and your intentions. Alrighty, Elizabeth, good to see you. I'm glad that you're here. Feel free to share anything about that as a practice. I really love the elephant breath, but I know that one might feel like a bit much for some folks. So yeah, I just switched that, so I'm not like
all that far out since you're here. And wow, you are such a trooper. You are practicing quite regularly. I hope it's not too much. So, you know, are you taking breaks in between? I see you in the home yogas and on Sundays. I think I've seen you in basics as well. And maybe the Tai Chi or the qigong. So I hope that you're, what am I trying to say? Moderating how much you're doing, and hope that you're feeling balanced, a little bit more balanced in body and spiritual intention, mental intention. Well then, happy Sunday. It's cold as over here in Michigan. And that's all right. I'm grateful to be alive, but man, it finally showed up. So winter is here. February, it's my month. All right, everyone. Thank you so much again. Deep namaste. Peace.